In this film we visit Provence in the south of France. We'll see the Palais des Papes in Avignon, the Pont d'Avignon, the vineyards of Châteauneuf-du-Pape, the old port in Marseille, the cathedral of Notre-Dame de la Garde in Marseille, and fly through the streets of Marseille. Due to a dispute between Philip IV of France and Pope Boniface VIII in the 13th century, Avignon became the home of the Pope from 1309 to 1377 when they returned to Rome. For a while after that there was a schism and there was a Pope in Rome and Avignon at the same time. Whilst in Avignon they built this magnificent Palais des Papes. We stayed in a hotel in Place de l'Horloge, which you can see here. The Hotel de Ville, or Town Hall, built in 1856 in neoclassical style, dominates Place de l'Horloge. The famous Pont d'Avignon, first built in 1180 but destroyed during a siege in 1226. It was rebuilt in stone in 1234. The Rhone is notoriously fast flowing and basically the bridge wasn't strong enough to withstand the river when it flooded. Of the original 21 arches, only 4 remain. The bridge was an inspiration for the song Sur le Pont d'Avignon. We were in Provence for 2 weeks and didn't have a bad meal in the whole trip, and mostly fairly cheap. Less than €20 for a main course in the evening. The quality of the food is helped by the ready availability of good ingredients, and here you can see the market in Avignon. Grenache vines in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Note the pebbles amongst the vines. These were deposited here naturally at the end of the last ice age. When they are ripe, the grapes are all picked by hand and then the vines are cut down to the ground. The roots go 30 metres underground.
At the moment, they're very vulnerable, so that's why they're keeping all of the leaves right now on the plants. But these stones, if you touch them, they're actually hot. If you touch the stones, they're hot. You know, and so they really keep the heat of the sun throughout the day and they give it back out during the night. And also you might think, why are there other plants here, you know? Why don't they clean their vineyard? You know, are they lazy? No, they're not lazy. It's because these plants, you know, vines have very deep roots that go
After the grapes are picked, they are crushed to release the juice and then placed in fermenting vats, such as you can see here, for up to 14 days, and then fed into barrels to age and finally bottled for sale. It is against the law to add sugar in the Châteauneuf-du-Pape appellation, and due to the amount of sunshine and the warmth generated at night by the pebbles, these wines have some of the highest alcohol content in the world. 13 grape varieties are permitted in any proportion in the appellation, but the majority are based on the classic GSM formula Grenache, Syrah and Mourvèdre. We finally got to taste 6 different wines from this chateau, including a white. They were all very nice and could be purchased at the chateau for between £30 and £60 per bottle. This is the ruins of the actual Châteauneuf-du-Pape, or New Castle of the Pope. It was a summer residence of the Popes while they were in Avignon. It was actually largely intact till the end of the Second World War, when the Nazis blew it up as they were using it as an ammunition store, and they didn't want the Allies to capture the ammunition. We went on this TGV train from Avignon to Marseille, 53 miles in 30 minutes. We stayed in the old port of Marseille, right by the harbour, which you can see here. This is mainly used for pleasure boats and some fishing. There's a big ferry and cargo port about a mile along the coast. A couple of panorama shots taken from our hotel balcony. A short boat trip from Marseille and passing Chateau d'If, setting for the novel The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Notre-Dame de la Garde, which sits on a hill dominating the harbour nearby. Built from 1853 to 1895.